Imagine a boy in a brand new town trying to fit into a life he never wanted. This is Billy Hargrove in Hawkins, Indiana. He is a storm crammed into a human body, all sun-bleached hair, muscle, and a sneer that could cut glass. On the surface, he is the king, the cool new guy with the Camaro and the bad attitude that seems to attract people. But underneath, right at his core, is a deep, burning feeling that controls almost everything he does: jealousy. And the person who feels the full, frightening force of this jealousy is not a rival at school, but his own stepsister, Max Mayfield. Their relationship is not a simple story of a mean older brother, it is a heartbreaking look at how jealousy twists into a toxic form of possession, where love is completely tangled up with control and anger. To understand why Billy is so fiercely, dangerously jealous of Max, you have to look into the home they share, a place that is a mirror of Billy's own ruined childhood. Billy's life before Hawkins was a training ground in loneliness and fear. His father, Neil Hargrove, is a man made of cold fury and harsh rules, a man who believes that respect is beaten into someone, not earned through kindness. Billy grew up under Neil's critical eye and violent hand, learning that his worth was only in being tough, in being dominant, in never showing a single moment of weakness. His mother was gone, leaving a void filled only with his father's rage. Then, into this angry boy's life comes Susan, Max's mother, and Max herself. In Billy's twisted view, shaped by his father, their arrival is not a new family, but a replacement. He sees Max getting the gentle treatment from Susan that he never got from his own mother. He sees her being allowed to simply exist, to have friends, to skateboard, to be a kid, luxuries he was denied under the constant threat of his father's belt. His father, Neil, constantly compares them, using Max as a weapon. He points to Max's good grades or her quiet obedience as proof of Billy's failures. So, Max becomes more than just an annoying little sister, she becomes a living, breathing symbol of everything Billy was never allowed to be: loved, safe, and free. His jealousy isn't about her things or her friends, it's about her very existence seeming easier and more valued than his own ever was. This deep, painful jealousy does not stay as a quiet hurt. It boils over and transforms into something much uglier: possession. Billy does not see Max as a person with her own rights. He sees her as his responsibility, his property, a reflection of his own ability to control his world just like his father controls him. His famous line, "You do not do anything without my permission. You do not go anywhere without my permission," is not just a rule. It is a declaration of ownership. He terrorizes her about seeing the boys she calls her friends, especially Lucas Sinclair. His hatred for Lucas is explosive and racist, but at its heart, it is about possession. Lucas represents an outside influence, a source of joy and independence for Max that Billy cannot stand. If Max has her own life, her own friendships, her own happiness outside of the prison of their home, then Billy loses his grip on her. His control is the only power he has in a life where he feels powerless against his father. By controlling Max, he is mimicking the only form of care he has ever known: the harsh, dictatorial control of Neil Hargrove. In a sick way, by making Max as miserable as he is trying to pull her into his world, to prove that no one gets to be happy, especially not her. We see this poisonous mix of jealousy and possession play out in terrifying scenes. The confrontation at the arcade is a public display of his ownership, humiliating Max in front of her friends to show everyone who is in charge. The most chilling moment is when he tracks her down to the buyer's house. He is not just picking her up, he is a hunter retrieving lost property. The cold, calm way he demands she get in the car, the rage in his eyes when she defies him, it shows a man whose entire sense of order is crumbling because his possession is disobeying him. This moment is crucial because Max, for the first time, stands her ground not just with words, but with a baseball bat wrapped in nails. She literally fights back against his possession. And in that split second, as he advances on her, you see the jealousy and rage so raw it completely consumes him. It is only the sudden, shocking appearance of the mind flayer possessing his own body that interrupts what could have been an unimaginable tragedy. This scene proves that Billy's jealousy had escalated to a point of genuine physical danger. Yet, the story of Billy Hargrove does not end in the monster he became. In his final act, we see a crack in that jealous, possessive shell. When he sacrifices himself to save 11 and the others from the mind flayer, he is not saving his property. He is saving people. In his dying moments, his mind flashes not to his car or his power, but to a pure, simple memory of his mother at the beach, a time before the jealousy, before the hurt. This memory reminds us, and him, of the boy he was before his heart was poisoned. He sees Max not as an object he owns, but as a girl he failed. His sacrifice is the first truly selfless choice he makes. It is his way of breaking the cycle. He could not protect himself from his father's poison, but in that moment, he protects Max from his own. He gives her the freedom he always violently denied her. It is a tragic redemption because it costs him his life, but it finally frees Max from the shadow of his jealousy. In the end, Billy Hargrove's story with Max is a devastating lesson in how hurt people hurt people. His jealousy of her normal life curdled into a need to possess her, to control her world because he felt he had no control over his own. He was a guard built from pain, standing watch over a prison he helped build. Their relationship shows that sometimes the closest bonds are not made of love but of shared suffering, and that breaking free from that requires a courage that sometimes only the victim can find. Max's bravery in standing up to him and Billy's final, fleeting moment of clarity are the two sides of the same coin, a fight against the poison handed down from one generation to the next. Billy died a monster to the world, but in his last second he died a broken boy remembering his mother, finally letting his little sister go.